Good afternoon, reporting live, newsman Kackis here. Thank you so much for stopping by, and today we've got some brand spankin' new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live unveiling official information. And so, let's get started. Oh, one thing first, last time I'm mentioning it because it ends Friday. If you use code KackisHD on Advanced GG, it is 30% off right now instead of 10. Best gaming supplement out there, only one clinically proven and more than just caffeine and filler. And while that's awesome, there is something serious we need to talk about. Bungie addressed, frankly, something that the entire gaming community is going through right now, but it started within the Destiny community, and that is inappropriate behavior and people being finally brought justice for that behavior. Essentially, it started with well-known streamer Say No to Rage. He was accused of inappropriate behavior by multiple different women spanning years. Like, this guy was banned from Guardian Con 2019, showed up anyways as a member of the public, booked all his stuff right next to the women he harassed, and then pretended like he was being bullied when Gathalion and Broman, organizers of the event, were like, "What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here." Like, it was absolutely insane, but this got the ball rolling, and then, top PvP clan, BSK, got exposed for not only inappropriate behavior again, but also being in cahoots with DDoSers, and they would have people kick other people offline, so it's under question if they really truly won any tournaments out there legitimately, and all this stuff. Like, oh my goodness, the stuff coming out is truly insane, and every day, unfortunately, it gets worse. So it's a really big cloud over the Destiny community and gaming right now, but I think the good news and the thing that we should be celebrating is that we have so many fantastic people in the community, especially fantastic women in the community, that were brave enough to come out and say, yeah, this is the BS that's been happening. Here are the receipts, often with messages and so on. And that has really let us take out the trash, so to speak, in the community. So that has been a huge thing over the past few days. Bungie has come out and clarified their harassment policy and essentially said, yeah, we're not working with these people ever again, and often they didn't in the first place. And of course, that's fantastic news, but again, this has evolved into something so much bigger than just the Destiny community. Only today, a huge partner manager at Twitch had some accusations about him, so yeah, it is just the gaming industry as a whole is finally purging itself of this behavior, which again is a great thing. Because as someone who's gone to a ton of gaming conventions and met a ton of people, it's not hard to just not be a scumbag. Like, come on, guys. Anyways, moving on from there, let's talk about what's happening next week within Destiny 2, and that is the first Iron Banner of this season. And guys, it's a big one. If you usually skip Iron Banner, this is the one not to skip. So it starts at reset 10 a.m. Pacific on June 30th and ends the following reset on July 7th. So what's new this time around? Well, two kind of new weapons are being introduced, both the Forward Path and the Fool's Remedy. So we have a 600 RPM auto, and importantly, this is actually a kinetic weapon that's very rare for that archetype, and the 600 RPMs slap right now in the Crucible, so that is definitely worth going after. And also we have a Suros frame, fully automatic sidearm as well, which I'm hearing is actually better than a lot of people give it credit for. But cooler than just these old school IB weapons being reintroduced and now finally being able to get random rolls on them, there are two brand new perks being added to the loot pool that can spawn on these two weapons. So here's what you can get. Firstly, Iron Grip improves weapon stability at the cost of reload speed. And we can see that right here within the database. So Iron Grip, it gives plus 20 to stability, minus 40 to reload speed. So obviously, big downside, but a straight plus 20 to stability is a big deal for both of these weapons, especially the auto rifle. That could be a very powerful perk. Now the other perk is Iron Gaze, improved weapon target acquisition at the cost of stability. But if we take a look at it in the database, it actually says it gives minus 40 to range instead of stability, and then that plus 20 to aim assistance. Now, I have tweeted out to DMG and Cosmo asking for clarification, but I haven't gotten a response yet. But either way, I don't think this sounds that amazing on these weapons specifically. Range and stability are both really important for auto rifles and sidearms. Maybe on a sniper rifle, that would be pretty darn cracked, but on these weapons, I'm not entirely sure. However, something else very important about this Iron Banner is that a ton of the weapons dropping, specifically the Shining Sphere rocket launcher, the Swarm of the Raven grenade launcher, the Talons of the Eagle scout rifle, the Bite of the Fox pulse rifle, the Orwig's Maul grenade launcher, and the Kramil's dagger hand cannon, that was all off memory, no big deal. All of those things are going to be considered reissued. So when you get them next week, they're gonna have the little seasonal symbol of Season of Arrival and have the Season of Arrival's max infusion caps. So they're gonna last all the way till Season 14. That is a huge deal. So if you like any of these weapons, especially the Bite of the Fox pulse rifle, that's a pretty good rapid fire frame pulse for PvP actually. Like, this is the time to go after and get one for sure, because the old ones are getting sunset on. Additionally, the armor for this season's Iron Banner will be a reprise of the Iron Fellowship set. So here's a look at it with the new shader, as well as, well, after we've got a look at it, we have a new emblem, a very minimalistic Iron Banner emblem for this season as well. But if you don't want to rock that emblem, something else you can rock is that not too long ago, Bungie announced this pin in support of Black Lives Matter, and the proceeds would go to the Equal Justice Initiative. But in addition to getting the pin, you'll also be able to unlock this in-game emblem pictured here, so you can show off your support in-game. Moving on from there, we have a bunch of new Twitch Prime rewards for this month. So we have the Cerebral Explosion exotic emote, we have the Burnout exotic Sparrow, we have the Plasma Shell exotic Ghost Shell, and we have the Stellar Pavements legendary ship. And they're all pictured right here, so make sure to claim those. And so guys, that is it for all of the major news this week. I hope you enjoyed, found this informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at @RickKackis. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.